Hey y'all, what's up? It's Friday, so I'm gonna keep it black, but I'm gonna keep it brief. I've got good news and I've got bad news. Get out your notebooks, because you're gonna wanna write this down. 2 takeaways I've got for you this week. The good news, blind allegiance to religious doctrine is deteriorating. The bad news is, so is our press. Let's start there. Is Jimmy Kimmel back on the air? Sure, but I'm still not here for what Disney had to say about it. First offense, the first thing you said about his suspension is that it is a decision that we made because we felt some of the comments were ill-timed and thus insensitive. No, you didn't. You did not think that. And failure to say that out loud, that you did it because the FCC, Sinclair, Nexstar, whoever the fuck, and Donald Trump tried to force you to do it, does not do any of us any good in taking a stand against these motherfuckers. Second of all, you said we have spent the last few days having thoughtful conversation with Jimmy, and after those conversations, we reached the decision to return to the show on Tuesday. Girl, did you forget that you also lost almost $5 billion behind us? What are we talking about? Do you not know it's fascism outside? And then the next thing you thought to do was raise your prices? Failing to address the people's retaliation to a violation of free speech and then punishing them for it lets everybody in these boardrooms armed with boulders to continue to throw rocks and hide their hands under the auspices of one policy guideline or supposed martyr or the next. Especially when Larry and David Ellison, father and son duo, owners of Oracle and Skydance respectively, are about to get the tap dancing all over our media sources. Oracle already bought Paramount last year, which gave them control over CBS. They're trying to buy Warner Brothers right now, which will give them control over CNN. Skydance, they're the ones who just got a hold of TikTok, and they've already been extremely public about changing the algorithm to their benefit. Need I also mention that Oracle is also in cahoots with the Heritage Foundation? No? Are you writing this down? Because by who the Department of Education is teaming up with, Turning Point USA, that was Charlie Kirk's foundation, the Heritage Foundation, and whoever Hillsdale College is, now is the time more than ever for you to get hard copy books and putting some pencil back to that paper for the sake of you and your kids. Now, circling back to the good news, if Rapture Talk taught us anything, it's that people are seeing the evidence of what some theologians are calling Christian fan fiction, beliefs they have been committed to all of their lives, crumble in the palm of their hands. Not only did most people, even people who don't even believe in the word, automatically know the rapture would not happen, because the word in question does say no man is going to know the day or the time. But on top of that, we got to learning that the concept of the rapture, when it's been drilled into several religious sects, is not even biblical doctrine at all. Just the mere visions and suppositions of some random white man. One that never got no formal education in theology. And see, that's your problem. Y'all be letting people with no credentials at all tell you anything. But just a lawyer turned clergyman named John Nelson Darby. He developed this idea called pre-tribulational rapture. This theory that before the bad times hit for real, God will poof up his chosen ones before bringing down judgment on this earth. And to that I say, the bad times been here, boo. In the Congo, Sudan, Haiti, Palestine, everywhere. It's just not making its way back to American soil, i.e. our chickens are finally just now coming home to roost. Anyway, pre-tribulational rapture and the biblical second coming of Christ are two completely different things. Just read it for yourself. As a matter of fact, I thought that I had just never got around to that part of the Bible that talked about Lucifer being the minister of music, getting prideful, and then getting kicked out of heaven with all these other angels. Mind you, Pastor Sean just revealed to me that it's not even in there. And you might think this is all super niche and only pertains to a certain group of Looney Tunes putting down their dogs, giving away their money, and giving their kids to CPS because they're not finna be up out of here in the name of the Lord. But it's all connected to what's going on right here with you and me. Darby's theory of the rapture was a part of a larger framework he called dispensationalism, for which a very large tenet of it is, get this, Israel's right to exist. Yeah, ding, ding, ding. Dispensationalism and Zionism go together real bad. And when you consider how this rapture theology has run people out of house and home and out of the house of God, fear-mongering through Mormonism, Jehovah's Witnesses, hell, even some Baptist, Pentecostal, Episcopalian, even some of your favorite mega churches, hello, come on now. This source of brainwashing is becoming all the more apparent right at the time they're about to double down on Christian nationalist propaganda in the media. And that is why I say this is good news. Right before they institute their plans to go dark, their base is losing all semblance of what they knew to be true, and now they don't know what to believe. The winning side of confusion, fear, and control is losing morale, it's losing steam, and more importantly, it's losing numbers, and their base is losing faith, if not their minds altogether. And what does this mean for us? That even as the darkness is closing in on the cover of night, the lights at home are finally starting to turn on.